hey, I'm getting a message to do something for you, but before I do, I'm being asked to show you this by Maylan. And I would be playing it in the background, but I'm going to have it playing in my headphones. So it's kind of like, okay, how do I explain this? In order to be on the proper wavelength of the information being transmitted to you, you're going to have to be on the same boat, or at least within the same river, or even in the same forest. Otherwise, you're not going to comprehend what's being said, because it's going to sound like echoes of a higher or lower vibration depending on where you're at. So if you're some kind of an ascended master, and if I bring a message to you from like my regular day-to-day, just, going to the grocery store self, it might seem like conflicting energies to you. Whereas to somebody who's, just gotten out of prison, someone that's at an ascended master level, like if those two come together, like the person that just got out of prison wouldn't probably even be able to perceive the ascended master soul in front of them. It would be like too much light or too much blurriness, or there'd be distortions in the appearance, there would be discord. So take a few minutes and just kind of relax and breathe and listen to the song if you want, or listen to whatever no lyric music you can get yourself into a higher state of mind. And what this video is going to have is the notebook thing that I do for you, with you, and we're going to create, I'm going to walk you through the process of your actual zodiac sign. Okay, because there's a lot that's going on in the world, and it's too fragmented. And if any of you know about the 144 and the Rainbow Tribe and the Rainbow Bridges and the Light Workers and the Dark Workers and all of this stuff, right? The Star Seeds and all that. Well, there was a whole point to all of those waves, and like Dolores Cannon called them. There's a point to all of it. And a lot of individuals have been missing the point. They've been too involved in the fragmented, fractured kaleidoscope of the soul, at the awe and wonder and astonishment at the beauty of what you actually are. And I'm here pointing this out to you from the Scorpio Sun, Pisces Ascendant, and Gemini Moon in the Vedic sense, pointing out the obvious. And then in addition to that, on the tropical side, I'm a Sagittarius Sun, Cancer Moon, and Aries Ascendant. So not only do I go into the depths to get the stuff, bring it up and connect it with God, and help you connect to God and remind you of your connection to God through everything that I do. But at the same time, I'm like walking the path with you and like building a home with you and showing you and guiding you towards, like I'm leading with you. I'm not walking ahead of you. All of my zodiac placements point me directly into the now, the present moment, and with the community. So take a few minutes, do your thing, and we're going to come back and put all the zodiac signs back together. Or at least try to. Or maybe this will be like the first pentacle or the ace of swords for one of you who will expand on this further, and our tribe can work together. Because yeah, I mean, one of these days I'm going to sit down and tell you my whole history, or if it even matters at that point. But for now, just we got stuff to do. So take a minute, and for me it'll seem like a second for you, but do your thing, okay? Be right back. Okay. In my squeaky chair, knocking all of my stuff over. Son of a bitch, let's get up there. Trying to do something insightful here. Okay. So we got to start from the basics, and we're going to move up from there. And we're going to make it quick. Does this work? Yep. Okay. So, and we're not going to do the matrix thing, okay? We already know it's all bullshit. And we already each have our own opinion on it and blah, blah, blah. So what we're going to do is use the facts. You are consciousness. We're going to use a circle to describe consciousness. Now, this entire page is going to describe be an metaphor, an icon for the entirety of the universe. This is your point of consciousness within it. It means you are also this universe, so there's technically a bigger circle, which is what you would consider God, source, right? Doesn't matter about religion or any of that stuff. That's all matrix stuff for now. This is the basics. This is even what God tells you. You are connected completely to this whole greater thing, and you're an aspect of it. Now there's all these other infinite versions of infinity, right? Okay. Now, when consciousness thinks, that thought becomes an energy, correct? A thought emits something. So it emits a color. It emits light. It emits thought. It emits a word. It emits an action. Something happens. Because first there's infinite chaos, infinite untapped everything. And then there's a focused point of awareness. Correct? Correct. So from there, that point of awareness now travels. Oh, come on. That one doesn't even have a point. That pencil doesn't even have a point. What kind of classroom is this? Does this have a point? That's better. Okay, so now your point of consciousness is like traveling through the universe. You're doing all sorts of past life things, present life things, future life things. You're doing all sorts of parallel reality things. You're going left and right and making every decision you possibly can, and you're doing it with every intention and behavior and possibility ever. You're not even aware of it. And then so are all these other ones, okay? They're all doing the same thing, the same exact thing that you're doing, but they're doing it from where they are, not from where you are. Their first thought, their first point of awareness might look the same to you, like stars in the sky, but it's different than yours. This one's is different than that one. That one's different than that one. There is no soul, there is no point of consciousness or awareness that is the same as the other. In all of eternity, not one of you is like the other in any way. But you've all had every possible experience you can possibly fucking have. And you're all from the same point of infinity. And that point of infinity, the God you perceive as the source, prime creator, originator, whatever you want to call it, the everything of everything, the unfathomable. Even the unfathomable is still within another unfathomable. Because that is the concept and conscious awareness of infinity. There can be no border. There can be no one, because the one is everything, and everything is the one. So you can't say that source, that God, is not you, or that you're not it, or that you're not connected, or that it isn't connected to other things that you have absolutely no awareness of. Now, what matters here isn't going into the Piscean depths of all the possible quantum, entanglements of everything. No, we're doing this here on planet Earth. On this planet, we have a simple, three-dimensional mindset of things, regardless of how much we try not to. In some aspect of reality, we are always going to experience things tangibly. Correct? Even in the 12th dimension, even in the, gobbledygook dimension, you will still have sensory awareness. But here, that light, that infinite awareness is split into earth, air, fire, water, light, spirit. And then you can break it down in numerous other ways and put numerous other things there. Are you noticing something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 things I just mentioned, right? Just aspects of this consciousness. Now let's say that in this three-dimensional world, we've been functioning on a system of 12. So how many would that be? Goodness gracious. Geometry, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got... Okay, hold on. Fucking fuck. No, just do the zodiac wheel. Just do the zodiac wheel. Because that's where this is going. So we got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, a fucking Scorpio bug, a horsey person, a goatfish. I mean, who came up with this stuff? A water bearer that's not a water bear. Okay, we're just gonna put a little Aquarius, Aqua, and then fishies. Okay. So we can break this down in so many different ways and say how each thing that the light has been brought into the earth as is an aspect of spirituality, of action, of sensuality, of like Venus and Mars and Jupiter and Saturn, like everything they represent, all the stuff that comes to your mind. We've broken it all down into 12 boxes. The point is that it's the light that we're breaking down into these zodiac signs, into the deacons, into the, millisecond aspect of it. And then we associate elemental attributes to it. We associate spiritual and light aspects to it. We incorporate the shadow aspects and negative experiences. We incorporate so much stuff into the fractalized, fractured kaleidoscope of the light emitting from the thought and awareness of consciousness itself, individualized as you upon the earth plane, which is a mirrored... Okay, this I gotta draw it for you. Take a deep breath and bear with me again. You're on earth. Okay, so we're gonna do the earth right here. Here's your little dude, like the Michelangelo picture of, with the circle and the little dude and little man in there, right? Now we have Mars, Mercury, the Sun. Venus should not be where it is. Venus should be over there. And then we got Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Uranus. There's one missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 2 missing. What the fuck? Which 2 are missing? Think about it. There's 2 missing. There's 12 colors. There's 12 colors in this box. Come on, I'm gonna do this with you guys. I'm like in between channeling and not channeling. So there's 12 colors. We got green for the Earth because it's fucking green. We got blue for Venus because it was supposed to be blue. We got brown for Mars because it was super earthy. We got pink for Mercury because it's a hermaphrodite. Purple for Saturn. All purple broke. Saturn, check this out, bro. So we're gonna do ink for Saturn because I'm a brat and I want to pick on Saturn. There, that's Saturn. And we got yellow for the sun because it's a brat. And then we got, what color is this? Blue. Make Uranus blue. What else we got? Jupiter can be red. Orange can be Neptune. I think it's blue, but it's not. And then we got... There's one missing. Is that Pluto? We'll make Pluto that. No. Sun, Mercury, Mars, Earth, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Uranus. There's 2 fucking missing. Why am I figuring this out now? This is completely irrelevant. Okay, look, I'm gonna go figure that out later. You're here on Earth. Everything you see is still within a sphere of a galaxy. A solar system, I mean. That solar system is within a galaxy. And then the movement can be however you want it. In a spiral this way, in a spiral that way. It doesn't matter. There's movement. So what you're seeing reflected out of you as the space and the heavens and the stars. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Nope, didn't sneeze. Lily. Thank you. She was sitting on one. Anyway. Okay. You know how each chakra system in your body, you have, there are 7 that you know of, but there's at least, 12 basic ones you should know of, not just 7. Those chakra systems are also correlated with the same systems as the Zodiac wheel, the constellations in the sky, and the elemental systems of everything we know of the material world, and the planets, right? And then there's the meridian systems through your body, the veins, the muscles, your thoughts, your actions, your emotions, your silent knowing, your responsibilities, your procrastinations, your light, your dark, etc., etc. All the spheres around you. Okay? So, and then you are told that you are within an auric field, and that the inside of your auric field has a mirrored property to it, to your consciousness. Now, because it's mirrored, it's reflecting you back at you within a cocoon until you can stabilize the fractured energy within you into a structure that is coherent, so that when your auric field comes down, you don't supernova in the cosmic space of what you perceive as space, when it's actually the mind of God, or whatever you want to consider it. So when your light is finally ready to shine, it becomes a warm glow like the sun on the earth, instead of a chaotic storm like on Jupiter, or what you perceive as a chaotic storm on Jupiter. Now, bringing it all the way back down to you and your zodiac sign. When your light from that point of consciousness comes down and goes through this whole entire mess until you're like, oh, I'm a Scorpio sun. Well, before that happens, you are this point of consciousness that came down to Earth. But you are the Earth. You are a child of the Earth. You are a child of Source. You are everything. You are Source itself. So what you're seeing outside of you is a complete reflection of the inside of you. So if you're looking out of your window, what are eyes? You're looking from your eyes out into the window, out into the world. So the world is looking at you through the window into your eyes. You're looking at the soul of the world through the eyes called the windows. Right? If someone looks you in the eyes, they're looking through the windows of, of your eyes to your soul. The windows to your soul, or whatever that phrase is. That's what you're doing to the earth. That's what the earth is doing to you. Now, really rewind and bring that back down into your present moment. What you are perceiving everywhere in all of creation is a reflection of your mind, your inner self. Now, there is also co-creation. There is also all of this, right? But right now, when you look out into the world, you're looking back into you. All the other people are irrelevant for the time being. This is about your light and how you have fractalized it within your mind and created a system with other people to continue the fractalization and fragmentation of the ray of light that is you, the 144 that is not fragmented. Which means, if you are perceiving things from the earth outward, and you are fractalized into all these different planets that represent your chakra system, and while they represent the chakra systems, they connect to the zodiac wheel, which connects to the constellations, which connects to the mind and clockwork of Source, Prime Creator, which connects to the matrix, which connects to all of infinity. So we want to break apart these false systems of having all of us look in all these different little cubby holes, in all these little points of light, when the point is, you are the light. You're the light. You're in the dark because your light hasn't expanded enough to illuminate the darkness that surrounds you. So what you're seeing is your own reality, because all the other spheres are also experiencing their own reality. And when you bump up to each other, your realities blend. But when you bump up to each other with your rays and your light intact, your fragmented aspects do not counterintuitively interact with the other ones, because there won't be anything to point out and to heal between each other. There will only be a sharing of truth, of true light. Not black and white, not the yin yang, not any of that. No, you're not broken. There's no black and white in you, it's all you. You can shift those moods instantly. You already know, you can see how people can be evil, and you can see how people can be kind. You can see how weakness can be seen as kindness, and how strength can be seen as evil. You see the light in the dark, and the dark in the light. Why would you break it down further through another prism and create it into a rainbow of light, only to create that rainbow of light farther down into your human body and shatter that into a chakra system, and then shatter that chakra system into a multifaceted mind, body, spirit, soul, consciousness, psychic ability, technology aspect of yourself? And then you take that and you combine them and create a living, synthetic kind of an other kind of creature that brings about more human and technology and more constellations and science and magic, and you're creating yet another thing. The point is, regardless of which way you take your ray of light in the future, that is your choice. That's your choice. But when you go into this path, wherever you're going, go as yourself. Not as these broken pieces. You're not just a sun sign. You're not just a moon sign. You're not just this. You're not just the history of the earth. You're not just that. You're all of it. You're every single thing you've seen. And when you can accept that and see it as a whole, you become aware of God, of yourself. And you go back to the Father, you go back to the Mother, you go back to the saints and the goddesses and the messiahs and the messengers. Because you become aware that you are no different than any of them, and they all exist within you. And they are all equals, and they are all family. And none of them want you bowing. They want you hugging. They want you helping. They want you reminding people that they're not broken and scattered and fragmented, that you're one whole being, that the heart of the Mother Earth is the same heart you're experiencing as your life here. That's why you see the universe from the point of view of the earth. You are a child of the earth. If your sign is anything, you are a Terran. You're an earthling. You are a child of the stars. Your zodiac sign should be the light. You know, not Capricorn or Aries or whatever those things are. Those are aspects of you. Who you are is the light. That's your tapestry. That's your rainbow bridge. That's your 144,000. That's your 12 tribes brought together. It's you. So, I hope this helps you. I'm asking if there's anything else that I should be saying or clarifying, and there's a lot. But I think you got to figure it out for yourselves. That way the lesson and the learning becomes more ingrained within you. Because all I'm doing and everything I've done on this channel has been to bring you back to the source, the God within you. I don't care what you perceive that God to be. I don't care how unworthy you think you are or how much better than you think God is. What God thinks of you is that you are its favorite. And it has put on so many masks for you to not be afraid of it. It's terrified you into not being afraid of it, so you would think of fear something absurd. It has broken you with love. It has raised you up with success. Just for you to see that whenever you're happy, that's when God's happy. There's no point for you to suffer. There's no point for you to sit there watching 12 different tarot readings every single fucking day. There's no point in you trying to figure out what the planets are doing or astrology's doing. There is no point in you trying to do 40 years in a fucking cave somewhere or wandering the deserts. There's no point to any of that anymore. Every beautiful being that came before us cleared the way. Now we're sitting here telling you the way back is, it's not even within anymore. You're already within. When the path was within, that's where you came here down to earth. Because you went in your heart to experience what's in your heart so that you can put yourself back together into the rhythm of the universe. You see how now this looks like a torus field? A proper flow of energy. So, I feel like feel like you figured it out just now. Because what I was about to say just got, like, swept by a wave in my mind. Lily, please stop. You're gonna get splinters. Come here. Come on. Well, you gotta. But you gotta. You can't keep scratching those walls. Why are you doing that? Why? That's not an answer. Do you want to get karate chopped? Okay, hold on. Meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. God, this is going to take me forever to upload. You get it though, right? Like, you're not just those signs. Those are aspects of you that you got to be working on. Remember who you are. I can't tell you. I want to tell you, but I can't. You're not even just God. You're not even just source. Like, even saying that is making it seem like it's not it. In the Tao Te Ching, they say that if you can name it, it's not it. You can't like grasp the concept of everything and infinity. It's too much. But what you can grasp is right here, right now on this earth. That everything you're seeing is you, and who you are, and what you're seeing and the problems you're perceiving are aspects of yourself to be put back together, for unity to be brought within you. And as long as you're fighting anything or having any negative emotion, that is the basic alchemical process of a negative reaction, isn't it? So if you're having a negative reaction, it is because that is not a reaction you would normally have to something. So if person A is sitting over here, in their bubble, and they're broken apart and all these different fractals and all these different things, person B comes over here and they're like the shining glory and beacon of, woo-woo exalted soul coming down and being like, hey, the path is love. And this person's like, fuck your love. Like, do you know what happened? I hate it. I hate all of it. And this person's like, oh, that's so sad. And then this person gets, feels sad. And then now they're both like sad and heartbroken. Why? Because this person had a negative reaction to an experience that they didn't heal and make something positive out of. And how do you do that? By changing how you feel. It's alchemy. So if you hate something, ask yourself, why are you allowing hate in yourself? If you're confused about something, ask yourself, why are you allowing confusion? If there's confusion, it means you already know the truth, don't you? That's why you're confused. Something's counteracting what you already know. If something is resonating, that means it's already happened, doesn't it? Because it's a sound you've heard already. It's a sound you know. But if something's shaking you, then it's something that you're learning. It's like the Tower card. If something's giving you a negative response, or something is like, you're repelling something, ask yourself, why would your bubble here be repelling that bubble, even if this bubble is filled with just candy? What belief do you have that candy can hurt you? Right? And then that belief would probably have you thinking, oh, it goes all the way down to Virgo and Taurus, and then the Saturnian energy of the bones and the teeth. And if I eat candy, then my teeth are going to rot. If I do this, then all that's going to happen. And then I got to take initiative to go to the dentist, and then have to be brave and like tap into all these Piscean energies and, just get it done and do it detached like Aquarius and Capricorn. You're going to tap into all that, but the entire point is your consciousness just deluding yourself that candy can hurt you. Like, what are you doing, Why? You're all these signs. I've been going through the entire mythology of all these signs, and they're basically the same being that was broken apart. It was a child of the Andromedan galaxy that got broken apart. The goddess Andromeda. Like, if you follow the roots back, even if you take Gaia all the way back to the origin point of Gaia, it comes from a different galaxy. It comes from the Pleroma. Where, what was she doing in the Pleroma? She had a mom, she had a family, she had other planets, she had other beings, she had other aeons. Came here, got fractalized into all these different pieces, into all these different men and women who think they're, you know, so-and-so, and then who are they? They're so-and-so. They actually are. Like, it's actually you. That's you. Hi, you're the chosen one. Nice to meet you. So am I. So are they. We're all the chosen ones. Can we go home now? Like, you're not just the sun. It's not just your soul. Your soul is this giant bubble that's holding up this solar system. Your like other self is the constellation in the universe you see, the galaxy. Your even greater, higher dimensional self, like your 12th dimensional self, is this entire, which you perceive to be, universe that somebody's calling Anakia. And then from there, you're connected to the multiverse, all the other universes. From there, you're connected to the, let's call them the eternal kingdoms, you know, heaven, your idea of what being back with God and Source is. And then from there, you actually notice that even God, Source, Prime Creator, is connected to infinity. It's not a living flesh and blood person. It can be when it's on earth with you as you, walking among you. But at that point, it's a star in an empty blank canvas of the universe, an empty chaos, and there's like glimmers of light. And that chaos, that fundamental structure, that infinity, the nothingness, the void, that comes from somewhere. Even the void is encased in something, otherwise it wouldn't be a void, right? I mean, even the light is coming from somewhere, otherwise it would be everywhere. Even chaos has to have some kind of something to be perceived as chaos. Otherwise, it's just a mess. And if we have a mess, then that means we had tidiness somewhere. If we have hatred, that means we had love somewhere. If we have distance, that means we had closeness somewhere. It's the fucking yin and yang. But when you bring all that back, you're not even the light. You're not even consciousness. You're something unfathomable. So, you're beautiful. But right now, you're on this teeny weeny little planet that you think is separate from all these other planets. And you think that they're all chakra systems and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But it's all just the glory of who you are. Yeah. I'm done. It's too much. I love you. I hope you have... Oh, it is New Year's Eve, isn't it? Freaking mortal world. I hope you have an amazing New Year. I hope you're going to be safe and warm. And don't be lonely. If you're lonely, you can email me. I don't know if I'll respond to you immediately, but I might. I don't know. I'm gonna go. It's been 40 minutes. This is gonna take forever to upload. Bye.